so that many will see and fear and put their trust in the Lord. As we worship the Lord in spirit and in truth, may the voice of the Lord be heard in all the earth. Oh, he put a new song in my mouth, a hymn of praise unto our God, so that many will see and fear and put their trust in the Lord. Hey! Sing, whoa! Oh, 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 oh. Sing, whoa! When I move my body, when I move my feet, when I open my mouth, then the darkness flees. When I move my body, when I move my feet, when I open my mouth, then the darkness flees. When I move my body, when I move my feet, when I open my mouth, then the darkness flees. When I move my body, when I move my feet, when I open my mouth, the darkness flees. Oh, oh, yeah. He put a new song in my mouth, a hymn of praise unto our God, so that many will see and fear and put their trust in the Lord. He put a new song in my mouth, a hymn of praise unto our God, so that many will see and fear and put their trust in the Lord. Oh, 'cause the path of the righteous grows brighter until it's bright as the noonday sun. Yeah, the path of the righteous grows brighter and brighter until it's bright as the noonday sun. Yeah, the path of the righteous grows brighter until it's bright as the noonday sun. Yeah, the path of the righteous grows brighter and brighter until it's bright as the noonday sun.
Wow. The Lord is removing the restriction on your right ankle. The snake that it was wrapped around your right ankle is being crushed. The venom injected in your blood system is being removed. The Lord is saying, I'm also restoring the joint on your left elbow, the right knee. So receive this hour and remove all restriction. The Lord says, I am removing all the trauma going 4 and 3 years ago. All trauma allocated on the joints, the blood system, the neurotransmission system. I am restoring this hour. I say to you, I'll make you a company that will move truly and truly be free in the fullness of the power of the cross. At the level of the cross, you will be free. And you say, saved from what? From hell, death, hell, and the grave. This is real simple. You have to know that you are saved from death, hell, and the grave. And walk in the confidence of that. But in the midst of this, we're seeing so much happen. See, in our spirit man, we have communion. We have intuition. We have testimony. That is not in your soul. That comes from your spirit. So if your spirit's not renewed correctly, that soul communion intuition is going to become soul ties for you in days ahead. But if you allow the Spirit of God to draw you into communion, into intuition, and develop your testimony,
you can walk in overcoming, because you have to remember that Satan longs to vex your spirit. And the world is filled with vexation right now. Now, let's look at you for a minute. See, you have the capacity for the Creator God to flow through every cell of your body. I mean, every cell of your body. Now, our human reasoning and knowledge will stop that flow. And some way the Lord is saying right now, you're gonna have to remove some limits on me. You binding me up. You binding me up. You missed that one, yeah. You binding me up and keeping me from using things that I knit in you, that I am ready to use this season. And you're going to have to give me access for me to give you access. Now, let me tell you a story. When we were getting ready Saturday to fly into Costa Rica, at the airport here in Dallas, they announced that customs had grown more difficult and immigration in Costa Rica. Now, Costa Rica is a wonderful nation. Under Costa Rica is Panama and Venezuela. And above Costa Rica is Honduras, Nicaragua, and El Salvador. So it's sort of surrounded by a lot of chaos. And it's changed a lot since I was there last. But they announced immigration was tough, and we all needed to be sure we had our papers in order. And I don't remember them ever doing that for a nation I was going to. And when we got to Costa Rica, our plane came in, and when we got to customs, it was like a sea of people. If you could imagine two of this place right here, people, and we were on the next to the last line. Well, you know, a lot of people know I'm capable of doing things and pressing through, but I looked at Aaron and he looked at me, and then behind us on the very last, we were next on the next to the last line. And then Jody Wood from New York was on the line behind us. And I thought, well, now, Lord, you sent us. And I stood there for a moment, and because I've heard the Lord tell me to do all sorts of things. You have no idea. To get through some of the places I've had to get through. You have no idea. And yet I felt nothing. And I thought it was unusual. They had warned us about immigration. And so I stood there and I told Aaron, I said, I'm just going to pray out loud right here. And I said, Lord, you sent us here. And if you want me to stand in this line and use me in this line for the next 3.5 hours, I'm yours. Because boundaries are important. I said, I'm yours. But if you have something you have planned else for me to do, you're going to have to make a way for this. And I had no thought whatsoever. None whatsoever. And I said, Aaron, just agree with that prayer, because when two touches and agree, God will do it. I didn't tell God what to do, and I really didn't have a wrong attitude or anything. I was willing to stand there for 3.5 hours.